let's keep on flying the Africa tour. Was a while ago. I published a video not just a day or two ago, depending on when I will release this video. Anyhow, we will fly the DC3, the stock DC3 from Microsoft Flight Sim, and that comes with Microsoft Flight Sim, I should say. And we there are no places to start cold and dark at the airport we are starting from at Edeba. So we will start on the runway. So there are a few things I need to check with the aircraft when it's up and running, because everything is not always ready. Like, for instance, the engine stopped. No, the engine started, and the batteries in my controller is not good. Sorry, I need to change the batteries in my controller. Just a second. I have some rechargeable batteries, and they are. It's nice to have rechargeable batteries in the controller, but when the Xbox says your batteries in your controller is bad, then they are really bad. It's like maximum a minute, 30 seconds, then it's just done. So now we've done that, we changed the batteries. Here we are in our dusty old DC3, and we are going to do a flight. I haven't flown this aircraft in a while, so I have to do some settings, like the seating position is. What is this? Oh, there is some things that's not the way it was before, so I can't back up more than this. But I really want to see some of the instruments, like the variometer is a good thing to see. Anyways, now we have our second view here. Let's see what we have for. So here's the thing with this aircraft view. It's cramped and everything is in the way, and you have to know where stuff are, and you have to feel it where it is or are. And here's the problem with that, is that when you are in a 2D environment, it's hard to, for instance, know, do I have the tail wheel locked or not locked? And I don't want to. Well, we'll have to do this the hard way. So back would be nice to have some kind of indication, like me struggle here. Oh well, we need to open, or we will overheat the engines. So for Oh, we'll just hope for the best. Trimming. As I always have to say with the Velocity 1 flight stick, you have to trim a little bit before you take off, or else you will have some troubles. So this is the autopilot or the gyro pilot. We will not mess with that because that is a source of much annoyance. We will fly low. Altitude we are at that, so we have the flaps is up. We will not be needing flaps for this takeoff. At least I don't think so. Booster pumps on. All lights are on. Okay. And we have clearance for
Hotel Sierra Delta Bravo traffic. SE tab Tango Alpha Bravo. Taking off runway tree 6, departing straight out. Hotel Sierra Delta Bravo.
okay. Tail wheel is up. Whoa. Oh. Come on. Gear up. Whoop. Gear up. Swing back a little bit on that end, yeah. Trim. Is it the right way around? No, it's not. Back propeller RPM. Take a peek. Where are we? As for navigation, we'll just follow the Nile. Off the boost pumps. Oh, silence. Nice. Last time I flew this aircraft, I managed to get lost trying to navigate up nose down. Yeah, it's the wrong way around for me, but hey. But we eventually found our way. So we'll do trail, check the temperatures. Hot outside, but not that hot. Okay, don't forget to fly the aircraft. Aviate, communicate, navigate. No, that's the wrong way. Aviate, navigate, communicate. That's the right way. I'll just have to remember my trim settings, or we'll just do a quick do here. Velocity 1, flight stick, prop. Oh, no, 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 yes. So that's the exact same profile that I use for propeller aircraft, most propeller aircraft, but the trim is the other way around, so my brain doesn't have to relearn stuff. I do enough of that at work. Trim, 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 trim. Okay. Nose up. Yes. Whoa! Careful what you wish for. So you really have to fly this aircraft. This is what I've learned. Even if you have figured out the gyro pilot, see, that's why I want to see the climb, the variometer, climb indicator here. Just tends to run away. And this aircraft really likes to fly, well, depending on the wind, but it likes to fly nose low, in a nose low altitude. At least that's what I am imagining. Look outside. Not so much. So my imagination then. Now we have our thumbnail. See, we're still climbing. Pull back a little bit on the throttle rather than trimming, because we're not in a hurry. The smallest of adjustments. Yeah, so you really have to be flying. So flying this aircraft IFR is a challenge, I tell you that, and doing it with air traffic control, a full IFR flight, you will have your hands full, even if you get this thing to work properly. I'm thinking we're nearing the airport here already. Let's cheat a little bit. No, it's way up here. So what we're looking for is this farm here, and then we can start our final descent. So what's this farm? Oh, this is this farm here. Maybe we should talk on the radio. Are there any other landmark? That island. Farm, that island, that island. Yep. Khartoum Center.
Khartoum Center, SE-TAB Tango Alpha Bravo, is type Douglas DC-3, 19 miles northwest of Hotel Sierra Delta Bravo, 4200. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace. SE-TAB Tango Alpha Bravo, Khartoum Center, Squawk 7161. Squawk 7161. SE-TAB Tango Alpha Bravo.
Sometimes you're just happy that they set the transponder by itself.
Alpha Bravo. Radar contact 20 miles northwest of Hotel Sierra Delta Bravo, 4200. Cleared through the Charlie airspace. Maintain on navigation.
So we got a clearance.
Through the Charlie airspace. SE-TAB Tango.
Always
Alpha
respond
Bravo.
to clearances. If they tell you to do something, always respond. Let's see. What were I thinking? Yeah, it would be nice to see. Are there any? Yes, we have a 112.3. I set it this way because it's up in the roof, and so 112.3, 112.3, and 1, and remember where I set the course. Where do I set the course for that? we picked it up. Just, yeah, okay, so we have it there, and so we have it here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now let's set the course. So we'll do runway course. Whoa, whoa, we're still flying. So we are landing runway 35. Yes, so let's set course. Let's just make sure we don't crash. And then we'll go down here and set course. Fish memory. 35. 35. 33. 3. 4. 3. 5. Right. And so 3. Whoa. I'm watching my artificial horizon here. And this. Okay, don't crash. 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5 is up in the sky. Okay. So we need to be, if you look at that, the instrument here, we need to be more to the right. Of course, we're what I'm doing now is this is pointing at the beacon, or at the navigation beacon, yeah. And this, and I see here that I need to be more to the left. So we'll do this course until this one line goes in the middle, and then we'll turn, and then we know we are in a runway direction. So, well, that's the theory anyway. That's my theory. Uh-oh. Yeah, I really need to learn how this auto gyropilot thing works. It's a little bit bumpy today, bumpy today, bumpy today. What are we on? Engine. Well, we're fairly in the green. If you like this aircraft, you really need to read Ernst K. Gunn, his books about his memoirs and so on. There's lots and lots about the DC-3 flying and the woes of the early airline business. See, it's slowly creeping up to the middle because we are lining us up with the runway. So it's like this, the runway. At least in theory. You can start to slowly go back on course. So this is pointing at, as I said before, so this is our heading bug, you could say, that we have set to the frequency of the VOR. And now we're crossing the line here. So the theory being, if we imagine that we didn't have this magenta line, is that the runway is pointed fairly straight up and we have like a beam like this, so we are trying to cross the beam, and when this line is in the middle we are in the line aligned with the runway, and then we can turn towards the airfield. And knowing how we're supposed to cross it, we can look at this that is pointing at the vehicle. Hope that makes sense. Somewhat, anyway. It's time to turn. My father has a radio control DC3, and it's a beast to fly. You really fly it with rudder more than ailerons. And you have to use both, so you can't cheat and just sit there yanking the stick to the left or right. You really need to use rudder to fly it properly. However, I don't have any rudder pedals. I have to twist my joystick. So it is what it is. Okay. So now the game is keep the white arrow straight, keep the line in the middle. And how do we do that? Well, we concentrate on flying the aircraft and not talking, because I'm not good at doing these things at the same time. bit easier, we can also do this. Take all the help we can get. See, we're drifting left because of the torque of the engines, probably. Well, this can really mess with your head. So this arrow is going left, this arrow is going right. This is just for reference, by the way. And you turn and the climb goes up and everything goes left and right. Yeah, so you can see night flying or IFR flying. This aircraft is exciting. Climbing. We don't want to be climbing. And lo and behold, I think we have the runway in sight. See? Let's take our... No, that's just the road. Is that the runway? Could be. See? I'll edit that out. Out. I can only also reference to what I talked about before. Is this farm here, and you have a farm here, and you have these islands. So it should be over here somewhere, the runway or destination. Climbing anymore. We don't want to be I know from Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 that if you mismanage the engine of this aircraft, or the engines, or you pull the wrong lever at the wrong time, you can actually break stuff. I don't know about this one in 2024, but I think it is possible. So this aircraft is really, it's really hard to fly precisely, at least in the simulator. Or not hard, but you have to pay attention. You see, I'm up and down the whole time, but I'm staying at fairly 5 to 5,500 feet. I can tell you that that would not be up to Ernst standard. On the other hand, he had lots more experience than I have. We are little bit to the left. So we're I'm gonna adjust that. Turning to the left. Or we are a little bit to the right of where we're supposed to be. So I will adjust that by turning to the left. And now the line is straight. And now we're creeping up to the right, so we'll just over. So round about here. Logla.
Dongola Tower, SE-Tab Tango, Alpha Bravo, 9 miles south, 5,300 to land. SE-Tab Tango Alpha Bravo, Dongola Tower, QNH 1015, make straight in runway tree 5. Make straight in runway tree 5, SE-Tab Tango Alpha Bravo.
Right. So we won't set any minimums for the altitude limiter, as we are in really nice VFR weather here, and we can see the runway straight ahead. And let's just do an experiment here. We'll ignore the runway there, and we just look at the instruments. So we are, according to this instrument, we are a little bit to the left. We need to be a little bit more to the right. And now we'll put the nose in the general direction of the radio signal, and now the not the runway, but the yeah, should be somewhere straight ahead of us. Well, it's here, so let's check the. So it's up here. So it's up here, the beacon. So it will get you where you're supposed to be going, but not precise by any means, not at all. So landing lights are on. We'll do no boosted pumps, but because they are so noisy. We'll start our descent. Keep an eye on the carb heat. Yes, that's because I have no. That's the gear warning. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. We don't want the engine to. So. Turn on carb heat. See if we get a little bit more. We are a little bit too high. Open. Open. Where did the levers go? Boop, boop, boop. Roll temperature did well. We'll do trail for landing. I think that's the right way to do it. So we need a little bit more brake here. And a good way to do that is to drop the gear. Those big honking wheels creates a lot of drag. So now we're descending fairly quickly here.
Tango Alpha Bravo, wind tree 59er at 5, clear to land runway tree 5. Clear to land runway tree 5, SE tab Tango Alpha Bravo.
propeller. Max gear is down. We have some flaps. Trying to find a seating position that is somewhat good for... Oh yeah, the wind is... We're coming in sideways here. This is going to be interesting. Oak. Oh, poor aeroplane. I flew her straight into the ground. Oh, let's keep that nose where it's supposed to be. Oh,
SE-Tab Tango Alpha Bravo. Turn next taxiway.
Ah! Ah! Okay. Still alive. Still alive. I am guessing the tail wheel lock was not on. Anyhow. Open.
SE-Tab Tango Alpha Bravo. Exit runway when able.
Yeah.
SE-Tab Tango Alpha Bravo. Contact ground on 118.2. .2 SE-Tab Tango Alpha Bravo.
And we are not going to taxi for takeoff, so we'll just skip that and oh, Oh, did someone bump your nose? Yep. That's a good placement for the... Oh my god. Yeah, some things are like they are. Okay. We'll leave here, I think. Just parking brake. We'll skip the whole turning off the engines stuff, as this is not a tutorial video, more like a Let's Fly in Africa video. Bye bye, thank you for watching.